Yo, what's good everyone? I am the Mouth of the South and welcome back to another Yo, what's good everyone? I am the Mouth of the South. Welcome back to another video, and in today's video, we will be going through the top 10 best deathcore vocalists. Now, I've got a few caveats for this video, and I want to get them out of the way before we get into it. Firstly, this is my opinions. Any death threats to myself or my mother will not be tolerated. If you leave a comment just because I didn't include your favourite vocalist. Secondly, the way I've done this is to my taste. Now, when it comes to the top 10, I believe I have picked out the very, very, very best top 10 best deathcore vocalists. And I think, like, throughout the genre, most people would agree on my top 10 picks here. However, the order of them is done specifically to my preference. For example, number 7 on my list is there because he's like my seventh favourite. But, in your opinion, he could be the best vocalist in deathcore. Do you understand? Do you know what I mean? Were you all following along? Good. So before we get on with the actual top 10, I have a few... honourable mentions that I would like to get out of the way first. Our first honourable mention is Jacob Wallace of Brojob. Second honourable mention is Philly Bozeman of Whitechapel. Third honourable mention is Dane Evans of To The Grave, a band that doesn't get talked about anywhere near as much as they should. And the last honourable mention is Tom Barber of Chelsea Grin, formerly of Lorna Shore, and Darko US. So taking the number 10 spot for our actual list, we have Alex Tyan of Black Tongue. In my opinion, Alex has one of the best lows in the game, and his voice is so distinct, and he does a lot of stuff really, really nicely. In certain songs where he's like speaking through gritted teeth, there are songs where you can just tell like he is putting his all into it and just like really digging deep for that pure guttural sound. And the way he can narrate in his growls is really, really nice for me, and it fits in with Black Tongue so fucking well. And whenever you've got Alex Tyan featuring on a track like he does in a Infinite Annihilator song, I believe it's the Battle of Yaldabaoth, it is fucking killer. Taking the number 9 spot is David Simonik of Signs of the Swarm. Now, David has a very, very, very unique style in which everything that he does is very gurgly, very, very, very distorted, but it sounds really, really good. Like, really, really fucking good, guys. Just check out the final breakdown of Death Whistle, where it's like, it is impossible to understand what this guy is saying, but at the same time, it sounds fucking phenomenal. And he's just a vocalist who stands out to me in the fact that there's no one else quite like David in the game. And yes, his style is very unique to him, but, you know, sometimes it can get a little bit like, okay, where's the melodic parts? Like, I want to be able to actually hear certain parts of the song, and lyrically, I don't know. He could be great, I don't know. No one fucking knows. But admittedly, Signs of the Swarm do have that little bit of clean singing that they add in now and again, which really, really complements songs really, really well. And we've only got to hear slightly what David can do with Signs. So I'm excited to hear what comes next. Taking the next position is Kyle Anderson of Brand of Sacrifice. Kyle is obviously an awesome dude, and Brand of Sacrifice are an amazing band, and the Demon King himself with the highest breeze, they're so good. His highs are really crisp and clean, and his lows are really, really good. But what I like most about Kyle is his mid-range. His mid-range is so nice, and the way it punches through the mix, and the way he's really able to carry a song just using his mid-range, whilst also saving the lows and the highs to kind of dip in and out of in different sections of the song, or just add a little bit of flavour to the tune. It's fucking brilliant. Next up, we have Ben Dua of Shadow of Intent. Now, as I said, these are done completely on my preference. In your opinion, Ben Dua might be the best vocalist in deathcore. An argument could be made for that. But he's not my favourite. However, he is fucking amazing. What needs to be said about Ben Dua that hasn't been said already? His highs are really, really distinct to him, but his lows are just like revolutionary in the game, to the point where no one has lows quite like Ben Dua, and it's brilliant. It's so good. You know it's good when he's on a track with another great in Phil Bozeman, and like he's standing out. He's on a track with Dickie Allen, and he's standing out. Like, you can always tell when Ben Dua is on a song, and whenever he features on a song, whether it's with Darko, whether it's with Infant Annihilator, whether it's with Signs of the Swarm, it doesn't matter. You know Ben Dua is on a fucking track, and I think that says a lot about the man. Coming in at number 6, we have Dickie Allen of Infant Annihilator and Scumfuck. Dickie, he's just a monster. There's no two ways about it. Dickie is a fucking monster and an alien and a demon just all rolled into one. The noises he can make are just vile and disgusting and brutal, and it's just, yeah, man, he's one of the fucking greats. He's revolutionized so many different techniques in deathcore, particularly the kind of tunnely growl, the really disgusting, sickly vocals that have been picked up by Will Ramos and multiple others. And dude, Dickie's just a fucking king. Coming in at number 5, so we're into the top 5 for me now. And number 5 itself is Devin Duarte of Worm Shepherd. The blackest band of the 4 kings now of symphonic black and deathcore. And to put it simply, Devin has the gnarliest highs. They're so good. Devin can also sing, which he implements into songs really, really well. And it sounds absolutely amazing. His lows are disgusting and brutal. And, like, you can really tell on some songs he's just gnawing on them. Take River of Knives, for example, where he saw Will Ramos's high goblinoid screech, and he said, I'm going to do that, but I'm going to sound like a pissed off demonic pitbull. And it fucking works. Number 4 for me is the Kid of Darkness himself, Alex fucking Terrible. Now, whilst Alex does not necessarily have the most diverse range, his highs have a lot to be desired, his lows and mids is where we're at. His mids are at where most people's lows are, and I think that says so fucking much. And, dude, he's just a fucking beast. The fact he can keep it up live as well and still sound as good as he does and still be like an amazing frontman with such energy, like jumping around the stage and stuff and not sounding gassed or out of breath at all. Like, I sweat more watching him do it than it actually takes him to do it. It's brilliant. of course, bonus points for being able to do it with a mask on. Coming in at number 3, so taking the bronze medal for this list, is Lucas Schmerler of Mental Cruelty. Lucas' vocals are what I would describe as squishy, where it just sounds like there is so much water in his mouth, and there's just like saliva just flicking all around his jowls, and it sounds disgusting. His highs are really crisp and clean, and they really add a lot of context to the songs. His lows are really, really where it's at. He can get lower than most, and it's a testament to how much dedication he has put into the cause. But also, the motherfucker can breathe for days. It's so, so good. They're so high and almost ear-piercing at times. And as I say, squishy. I don't know why, but when I hear Lucas Schmerler's vocals, I think, oh, they're squishy boys. Taking the number 2 spots of the silver medal for this list is not one most people would expect. It is Austin Dickey. Austin Dickey is a YouTuber, friend of Jared Dines, but also the frontman for so many bands, but in particular for the likes of you, Keelan Aleth, and very, very recently, Darkwatch. And Darkwatch is where the fuck it's at, because they dropped an album this year, which in my opinion is one of the best deathcore albums of the year so far. Dickey is a Swiss Army knife of heavy vocals. If you want him to do it, he can fucking do it. Like, he can get up to really nice speeds with his highs and lows, like, to the point where motherfucker is spitting a lot of the time. His lows are really nasty, and his kind of walrus growl that he does is fucking disgusting. The highs, where he kind of has this witchy goblinoid narrating voice, which is very obviously inspired by Dickie Allen, but he pulls it off really, really well. His highs are so crisp and clean, and then he's got an amazing mid-range, and there are so many different styles that he can peek in and out of, to the point where at times he sounded like a metalcore vocalist. He can imitate a lot of stuff that Spencer from Ice Nine's Kills does. Like, dude is just an amazing vocalist and does not get talked about as much as he should. In my opinion, he could be fronting one of the best deathcore bands ever. Like, if you stuck Dickey into Mental Cruelty or any band like that, he would fit. He would fit so well. And it's a shame that no one talks about Dickey as much as they fucking should. He is fucking amazing. I love Dickey. Also, he's a huge inspiration on me. And taking the gold medal for this list, and fuck you, you can't make me choose, we've got CJ McCreery and Will Ramos, because you can't make me choose. You can't do it. No, I refuse. I've been making this video for so long. I've been going over the list again and again, listening to all kinds of different bands, trying to work out who really does have the best vocals, and it really came down for my favourites being between these two, and I cannot fucking choose, and you cannot make me. I refuse. I won't do it. Quite simply, these two are just fucking phenomenal, and there are things I love and adore about both of them, and if you, honestly, you could take things from both and mould them into the perfect deathcore vocalist. Will can sing. Will has amazing highs. Will has brutal, gnarly lows. Will does this. And honestly, Will's dexterity and his ability to switch from style to style to style, and his fluidity in transitions and stuff is fucking amazing. He is unrivaled. Will is a fucking god. I also just love CJ McCreery. His lows are, in my opinion, the best in deathcore. There is such a nice tone to them, and he's really at the forefront of those tunnel throat vocals. Like, he does them better than no one else can. Like, those toilet bowl gutturals. Goddamn, CJ is such a fucking king at them. CJ's highs are also really, really nice, especially in the new Immortal Disfigurement track. They're very crisp, they're very clean, but they're very dirty sounding at the same time. CJ also is just mixing up styles at the moment. He's throwing in shit that we've never really heard in the mainstream before, just like Will is doing. He's doing shit like this. And this. And honestly, they both make the top tier because they both take the number one position because, put quite simply, they made me do this and this. Like, when two vocalists can make me react like that, it's mad. It is fucking mad, and I can't believe that we live in a timeline where this many talented vocalists are around. Like, when there is so much of a debate as to who the best deathcore vocalist is, like, so many people get butthurt and angry about it. Oh, Dickie Allen should be number one. Oh, this person should be number one. Oh, this guy from this really obscure band that only me and my friends and my dad know about should be in it. Like... Does that not say something good? When there are so many good talented vocalists, like on YouTube, on like local bands, in mainstream bands, like it's so fucking sick. And instead of putting each other down all the time and hating on a vocalist, why don't we just lift each other up? Like, fuck me, man. Is it that hard to just go, wow, look at all these amazing talented vocalists. There is something unique and brilliant about all of them. Let's just appreciate and bask in their glory. Anyways, that is it for me today, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. Please like, share, subscribe, do some naughty things in the comments down below. Let me know what you thought of my list. Let me know what you think of my number one spots. Let me know what you think of me. And also let me know what your list itself would be. Give me a top 10, give me a top 20, give me a top 50. Fuck it. I'll read them all. I read every single comment on all of my videos. I may not always have the chance to react to it or reply back or something because I'll be at work and then I'll forget because I'm a forgetful fuck. But at the end of the day, I do see and read everything you guys do. So thank you guys so much. As always, you are the real motherfucking heroes. I am out of here, y'all.